Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Stellaris Apocalypse in the High Dominion series, which is now running patch 2.0.2. So there was not an episode yesterday because I had a really strong inclination to believe that this patch was going to be coming out like within the next couple of days. So I kind of just held my breath and I was like, you know what? I can focus on doing some other content for the channel, which I've been doing, and it's great. But let me just see what happens. And lo and behold, very next day, stroke of luck, we have the 2.0.2 patch. And look, we also have an energy deficit. Our energy situation like reversed, mainly because, check that out, Starbase upkeep is now significantly bigger. Also, every outpost now costs 1 energy. So it's a new ballgame when it comes to energy maintenance and expansion the way that I was expanding in this series. So we're going to have to do some course correction in order to make sure that we stay on track here. Let me actually start off with that in mind. Let me go talk to the Mudagan. We can, of course, do new trade deals. Now, actually, part of the problem might be that our trade deals went away too. So let's take a quick look at that. Given that there are new options, what do I need to look at here? Oh, government. There we go. No, it's still going. So it's... Oh, wow. We're already... See, those notations have been reversed in the past, so I'm not sure. That looks to me like it's saying that we are, as I hit my soda can, that looks to me like it's saying that we are giving up 100 minerals and getting 50 energy. That's what it looks like to me. So if I cancel that, it's actually going to make my situation worse. But I have made such decisions in the past. And who's that with? That's with Zuracorp. And it's actually been the opposite. So let me just test it. Let's end the deal. Okay, so I did interpret it correctly. Nothing for now. We do definitely need to renew that. Let's go ahead and trade for... Let's trade for energy credits. And then we are going to... See, this is pretty interesting. We can now use food as trading leverage, which is handy. I want to have, I'm going to go back to that. We definitely need the 50, but we're going to have to do some additional stuff. Part of the issue is that we have a colony ship out and we have another colony ship that's about to finish building, so our deficit's going to get worse. But we're just going to have to kind of course correct as we expand here. Some of our new territory gets added to, some new buildings go up on our new planets, and see if it kind of stabilizes in a bit. One of the other things is that our fleet, Galathor's Armada, is away from base right now. Once they're back at their starbase, they should take up less energy. So we'll check on that. Actually, let me take a quick look right now. The Ebermachus station is where they're going. It's down here. We need to remind ourselves what this system is like, huh? Okay, so you do in fact have a crew quarters. Good, because that's going to reduce the upkeep of that fleet tremendously. We need to pick a physics research project, and the reason for that is that we were doing the assist research. This is a massive patch list, everybody. I have not had a chance to like read it in detail. I've tried to keep up with it as they've iterated it in beta, but with everything I've had going on, I've been pretty busy for the past couple of weeks. If you haven't been following the channel, it's been tough to really like keep track of the little details. So I'm imagining that there was something to do with the cyst research that was changed, and I'll have to look into that more. We can talk about it in the comments. The point is, let me ask for your help, not only for my sake, but for the sake of everyone who's trying to learn about 2.0.2, about watching Let's Plays. Talk about it in the comments. Let's share some details and some insights on the patch since it's brand new as of today. So let me go ahead and... I do want a 0-point reactor. That would come in handy, but at the same time, ion disruptor would be good. Yeah, let's do the 0-point reactor. It's going to take a good while to get that, which is more than a little frustrating. I have lots of influence, and I can probably use that to my great advantage at the moment. So let's have a quick look. Yeah, see, capacity overload could fix my entire issue at the moment if I'm willing to give up that much influence, and I think I am. Let me make sure there's nothing else that's more worthwhile. Drone bounty is giving us additional energy credits per fleet defeated. Yeah, we were using that rather effectively, I have to say. Now, improved energy initiative is another one that'll come in handy. So we're making a lot of influence, and these edicts will probably mostly fix the problem. Maybe. Perhaps. We'll see. But let's go ahead and do capacity overload as a start, and that completely fixed the problem. Holy crap, we're better than we were at the end of episode 20. All right, that's nice. Recycling campaign, I can go ahead and launch that, and that will reduce consumer goods costs for how long? 13 years, 6 months. Not as long as our edicts in Final Federation, unfortunately. Makes me sad. But that is what we are dealing with. And then Lesath, where are you? Oh yeah, you're a border station with the Sondrathan block. Remind me, how great of a relationship do we have with them? Oh, they're pathetic compared to us. Okay. Well, we still need a decent station, but I'm not going to go too crazy on these upgrades. I think I will let this be a starhold just for the sake of having a stronger border with them. And we do have some other... No, correction. One world over here that we can colonize. The rest of these are holy worlds in the eyes of the Kazam protectors, so let me not piss them off. Yeah, let me not do that. Now, we need a new leader for this here science ship. So let's see. Anomaly fail risk. This is going to be most of my energy, but I've got more. It's all good. Let's go ahead. I'm glad I had that edict available to me. Holy crap. All right, let's do automatic exploration. And speaking of edicts, let's go back and see what else I can do with my influence. Map the stars. I kind of feel like I seem to recall having done a lot of my exploration already. I mean, there's some exploration that I can do on the far end over here, but there's not a lot left. I don't know that I need to use influence on Map the Stars. Information quarantine. Let's take a quick look at our factions and see if we have any problematic factions. We don't really. So I don't know that I need to do information quarantine. Let's go back to edicts again. Don't need to increase food output. Food output is great right now. Improved energy initiative could be good, given the consumer goods cost reduction and the research speed in industry and materials projects, which would not help me with anything I've got going right now, but again, it's all about improving energy. That's the reason that project exists. So, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do it. Screw it. We need to get our energy situation fixed. Let's just pour a bunch of resources into making that happen. And now we need to build a research station around Gaping Maw. So let's see, the Contham sector, no, this is the Turbic sector, needs to add Gaping Maw. And Riok, I think we just added, if I'm not mistaken. Riok Prime is, yep, Riok Prime is just being added. It's still being cleared, as a matter of fact. So this is another place that can help us with our energy situation. Just not right now, because we have no minerals. Let's go back up to speed 3 and get going. We can now use the containment Casus Belli again. Whoa, hello, too much. No, we're not interested this time, so we just lost our research deal. We can use the containment Casus Belli against the Themlar Throng, and we can use containment against the Prosnakan Heralds of Death. Let's take a quick look. I think they're over here, right? Yeah. It's these guys. They've been at each other's throats for the entire game. So, let them stay at it, is what I say. All right, we're going to go on speed 3. And Riok Station is doing what? Building missile battery? That's fine. Migration treaty proposal, rivalry. All right, the Great Pakari Empire has declared Domana Assembly their rival. That's there and there. These two are rivals. Interesting. And then Polysimus Star Council. I'm using these to remind myself of what's going on in this galaxy. This is a migration treaty with the Mirovandia League, which is... Remind me, where are you, Mirovandia League? Right there. So there and there. They are now in a migration treaty. Cool. All right, Riok Prime. There are some citizens migrating in, which is good to see. I primarily want to focus on energy on this planet, so I'm going to put... Oh good, we can go ahead and throw down a power plant because we got the minerals. And I can do a second one here as well. Do it! Let's fix our energy situation before it becomes a situation. Because I prefer that not. Domana Assembly has declared the Great Pakari Empire their rival. So... Oh, that's just a reverse of what already happened. Okay, cool. So, several plants native to Contham Prime, where we recently established a colony, exude copious amounts of pollen with an astounding chemical complexity. A special research project has been prepared for further study of this flora. Situation log updated. I don't remember... Alright, so we need a level 2 science ship. Preferably a nearby one. I guess we'll send the one that... Well, no. That's a brand new researcher. That's right, we did. Most of my science ships are actually assisting with research, and I think I was very intently maybe not putting a leader in that science ship, so I should have just deleted it, maybe. But, Alright, so where's the closest science ship? Do we have one over here? Cybrix Alpha also, once I finish repairing these, people have been saying, why would you colonize Cybrix Alpha? Well, I need to repair these before I can colonize it. But, well, people haven't been saying, they were saying it, 20 days ago when the series was still going. But my point is, can't do it just yet. We need to repair that, and that requires an Ascension perk. We need Mega Engineering. Actually, no, so we just need that tech, not ascension perk. We need that tech, and we need the massive minerals cost, which is more than we're going to have for a while. There are still some stations that I can add as well, so I'm going to keep an eye on that where I can. All right, so what was I looking at over here? We've got to deal with this thing here. There's one there. There's one there. Ebermachus. I think the ship... Yeah, this is going to be the closest one. So you come here, and then we'll send this guy to assist research. He's not as skilled, but he can take over for you. Again, I haven't had a chance to look in depth at a lot of the changes in 2.0.2, so I will be curious to see kind of how it all plays out. Also, hey, we have Posh 2, this Arctic world that can be added. New tradition available, very nice. So energy output increased by 5%, and trading hubs produce 1 additional energy. Hey, that's a good fix. So let's go ahead. I feel like that got updated. I feel like that used to do something different. Starbase upkeep reduced by 10%. That's another huge one. Anything, I mean, any of these would be good right now. So I'm just going to pick one of them. Oh, yes, not no. There we go. Right. Energy situation very rapidly resolved. Started out looking bad, but turned out not to be so. Not to be so bad at all. And we are gaining influence back. It doesn't cost us that much at all to establish outposts at the moment. So again, it does cost a little bit more energy to do each one. Okay, that's right. Trappist is in the Quantum sector, and do we have a colony ship on the way to Trappist? Yes, we do. We have a colony ship on the way to Wicklar. And once I have room for another core world, we'll be adding Posh, I believe. That would be an awesome world to have. All right, the Reox station needs some love. Oh, it's a... No, it's not a citadel. It's the Star Fortress. But it will be a citadel one day. I kind of do... This is a shipyard. I kind of want to do add a fleet academy. Here. I think that makes sense. And then... What is Empire minus 25%? That has to be a modifier of some kind. No? Starbase influence? No. Not sure what that means by Empire minus 50%. Talk to me. Comments. Let me know what you think. I am genuinely a little thrown by that. But for now, I think what I'll do is I'll just add a target. Well... Where is the building that allows me to add a bunch of additional defense platforms? Is it not an option? I'm going to see what that is for a second. I'm not going to delve too deeply until I have an answer to that. Let's go ahead and upgrade that for sure. We're still clearing some of the tile blockers here, so that's it's a little bit behind on the queue, as are the power plants. But thankfully, our population are growing really rapidly. Hey, we got an insult from the Prosnakan Heralds of Death. All the way from across the galaxy. I feel like that was happening before the series went on break. They're just yelling at us from across the galactic center. We don't like you! Okay, I don't like you either, but you can't do anything about it, so shut up. What do we got? Non-aggression pact invitation from the Confederation of Verl-Palode. Where are you? Oh, yet another spin-off, but they're actually bordering us. Well, not really. We can't get to their territory. Sure, let's enter in a non-aggression pact with them. Why not? They're gonna die anyway. And it'll just piss off the Krithakan Imperium, which kind of makes me happy to think about, so... Okay, so Mighton Prime. Energy or minerals? I feel like minerals, honestly. That's a really good tile, but I'd rather do minerals there. And then here, we will definitely do a power plant. Hey, more claims by the Krithakan. They never stop. They think they own us. They're wrong. So I think my other fleet... Nope, it's still several jumps away. That will improve our energy income as well when that happens. One of our colonies is finally happening. That's good to see. Fleet Academy and React is nearing completion. Aha! This is the Marin Karin chain. I thought it was. Long-term exposure to the pollen naturally occurring on Contham Prime's atmosphere acts on the colonist pheromone receptors with a mild aphrodisiac effect, accompanied by a barely perceptible high. The plant that produces the most potent strain is a flower common to all areas of the planet, squirreled away into some obscure taxonomic nook by scientists on Contham Prime, but known in the local Sundrian dialect as Marin Karin. Let's go ahead and just nip that in the bud. Literally. Let's get that. Let's not deal with the mind-altering chemicals and particles. Thanks very much. Target uplink computer is building there. The Lasath station also needs additional things. Specifically, anchorages might be good here. But then again, also just defenses could be good. Let's do... Tell you what, let's do a gun battery, missile battery, and a hangar bay, and then an anchorage. How about that? And then here, I can add... okay. Oh, we haven't added the anchorage yet, so I can't add the Naval Logistics Office, but eventually we'll be able to. So be it. Jedi.
Construction complete.
Let's upgrade that mine. Pistol pondering. On closer examination, the plants native to Contham Prime turn out to be rather dull. Some excrete pollen that have a mild stimulating effect, and they are likely to have a propensity for rapid genetic change. Hardly impressive enough to warrant adopting as a strategic or luxury resource. Cool. Just shaved 5 months off of interstellar campaigns. That's the closest project we have to completion, so I'm looking forward to that getting done. Alright, looks like we can add some additional systems now. Let's go ahead and build these mining stations with the ship that's already there. And what have we here? Are these pirates? Confederation of Verl Palode. Yeah, totally pirates. So these are pirates, I think, belonging to one of the other empires, which is why we didn't get a notification about them. But we can totally, Alright, so you're done. We need to send you to another planet. Let's take a quick look at our planets and sectors. Araya Prime. Well, where are our science ships? Alright. Tell you what, let's go by output. Syndar already has a science ship. Myton, I'm looking over here. Myton doesn't really need one. Satrinius definitely has one. The Turbic sector, yeah, there's really not another good world. I remember looking at this at the end of the series' first leg. There's not a good option, really. Myton Prime is eventually going to be awesome. So I think that's one of the reasons I had that ship in Myton, for that exact reason, so I may as well have them assist research there. And just roll with it. Alright, so let's take... First of all, I need to reinforce Ralpakhin's Armada. Galathor's Armada I'm going to send up to deal... Well, hang on. Ralpakhin's Armada is a lot closer. I'm going to send them to deal with the pirates, so I can then explore that system. Star Nation, formerly known as the Krothakan Union, has been destroyed by its enemies. How this will affect the political climate of the galaxy remains to be seen. Big surprise. So they were up there. They're gone now. Alright, so you're building those. We have you here, and where are you? You're in Trappist? Let's go ahead. These are all Gaia worlds. God, I would love to have that Gaia world. A 25-slot Gaia world. Are you kidding me? I think I'm going to go ahead and add it to my territory, at least. Let's build a starbase there. All right, Edict expired. But we have more than enough to do both, so we're going to increase our unity and increase our leader experience gain again. It's a beautiful thing. Meanwhile, Ralpakhin's Armada is moving quickly. They are right around the corner from Pew Dinas, if you want to call it that. Okay, lots of rivalry declarations.
Construction complete.
So Ralpakhin's Armada is about to jump the pirate station. Should die in seconds. Yep, gone. And you guys need to go back to base. Meanwhile, let's have these guys build a starbase in Pudinus. And then in Cosmothon after that. So just like in Final Federation at the moment, we are producing ridiculous amounts of
Construction complete.
influence. That's going to help us add on pretty rapidly. Let me go ahead and add that system to the Turbic sector. And then I want to go ahead and build a starbase in Weirthosk. So we're going to slowly add all of this to our territory as quickly as we can, because it would be nice to be able to lock these guys in on this side as well. All right, interstellar campaigns. This means war exhaustion gain is 10% less. Claim influence cost is 10% less. And what can we now do here? Ooh, permanent edict cost reduction and slave resource production bump. Yes, please. Let's do that. And remind me what our current ascension perks are, please. We've got Interstellar Domain. That's what makes Starbase Influence cheaper. We've got Mastery of Nature and this Research Speed Boost. So I forgot about Mastery of Nature. Let's take a quick look at where that's possible. All right, land clearance can be done, but it needs 70 influence. Good to know. So I can start doing that on a number of my worlds. I think I've already done it on a few. I just can't remember which. Okay, good. That's done. Let's build those mining stations, please. Another claim. I'm not Australian, I promise. That keeps happening.
We have claimed a new world for our people.
Good. So that's part of our energy deficit that just went away. Which world was that, though? Wicklar? Wicklar. All right. So that's in the Contham sector. Let's pay them a quick visit and make sure they're handling their business. All right, looks like I need to send that sector some energy. That's fine. And then let's send you some minerals, because you need them. Clear, 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 clear. And do I have a... Yes, we already have a growth building there. Very good. What is this? Was enslaved. Okay, if there's a new color to that modifier, that's interesting. And then Contham, brand new freaking planet, which we are definitely going to... Let's throw down an autochton monument there, and then over here, let's throw down a gene clinic. For reasons that we have discussed at length in previous episodes of the series. Things seem to be going pretty smoothly so far. I'm not detecting any, massive errors or game-breaking problems, but that doesn't mean there won't be any from incorporating a big new patch into an existing playthrough. We'll see. Again, let me know in the comments what your experience has been with the patch so far. Governor Darmul has become more experienced, but with this experience has come an increasing stubbornness. The governor has become quite obdurate and is having difficulty accepting new ideas, so he's now stubborn. Bastard. You build a starbase there. And eventually we'll build a starbase in Cosmothon and add that planet. But we can go ahead and go to the Turbic sector now and add both of these. Very good. So we're going to need to put stations in those two systems. We've got the... Oh, no, we actually don't have much capacity for more stations. Glad I spotted that, but as our population grows, we will get a little better in that regard. So it's 70 influence that I need to do the land clearance. Very curious about that. Also, I really need to start doing some terraforming because there's a bunch of planets within my territory that are good candidates for terraforming. Especially Zunur 5. My god.
Construction complete.
Alright, Riok Prime is still building up. We could also eventually do some terraforming of worlds that are inhabited to make them like alpine worlds, etc. However, what I really would like is an additional core world. That would make me happy. Alright, so where is the system that allows us... So did they change it? Can I no longer have bunches of extra defense platforms, or do I still need to research that in this system, in this series, and that's why I don't have it? Alright, so the Confederation of Virl Palad entered into a migration treaty with the Domana Assembly. Interesting. So these guys have a migration treaty with the Domana Assembly, which I don't feel like that necessarily increases the likelihood that they'll survive. But it does mean that these guys are having lots and lots of struggles, and it cracks me up. Let me talk to the curators real quick, because I should be able to get my... Perfect, yep, 3,000. We can go ahead and get that bonus back to our research. Aha! The abandoned gateway in the Wicklar system has suddenly been reactivated. Power must have been remotely restored to it somehow, possibly from under the gateway. It has formed a stable subspace conduit that appears traversable. That sucks. Unfortunately, the gateway does not allow us access. The subspace field surrounding the device pushes our ships away whenever they approach. Before we can make use of it, we will have to research some way of activating the gateway from our side so that it allows our ships to pass. Something might come through at any time. Well, that's frustrating. Hang on. I don't know who is on the other side of the gateway. Yep, I haven't researched it yet. So let's check this out really quickly. Gateway travel is gonna take a long time. Let's just stay on the 0-point reactor and hope for the best. That's what I'm gonna do. Syndar Prime is going to do its land clearance really quick. Let's get that done and see how it goes. We're about to end this episode, so I would like to see
Construction complete.
what effect that has. Oh, cool. It's already been done. It's instant. I didn't know it'd be instant. That's cool. All right, so a little bit more research for that planet. And once I have more influence, I can keep doing that to all my core worlds, which will be helpful, I have to say. And one of our edicts just expired. The healthcare campaign. Fix. Done. All right, pop growth speed is increased by 20%. That's part of the reason our population is doing so well. Lasath Station. Yeah, see, now we can add the Naval Logistics Office to improve the effect on our naval cap. So Ropakhin's Armada still needs a little bit more reinforcement. Let's get that done. Just so that our neighbors don't get any funny ideas. And the thing is, pretty soon, we should actually be able to lash out at the Krathakan Imperium. Because, I mean, they're inferior to us now. Their fleet power is pathetic, their naval capacity is inferior, their technology level is inferior. We can just obliterate them anytime we want. So we're going to be building towards that, I think, in the next part of this series. It's time to enslave them and annihilate their empire. It is circumstance that dictates what is moral. Define the circumstances, and ethics is like clay in your hand. So our edicts just got cheaper, and our resource production just got better. As was the plan. Fleet command limit increase. Ooh, yeah, probably need to go ahead and do that. Let's do it. It's just going to take 26 months. And on that note, we're about 28 minutes into this episode. I'm glad to have High Dominion back. This is going to be an interesting change of pace from the pacifist playthrough and the very non-confrontational playthrough we've been having so far in Final Federation. Also because we've got the new patch. So we'll keep talking about it in the comments in the next couple of episodes and see how, my experience is, but also how your experiences have been so far. I'll be curious to see what everyone is thinking about the new version so far, whether it's an improvement, what they like, what they don't like, etc. Let me know. Comments are always welcome. And thanks for watching, by the way. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes are going to be coming out every day at 4 p.m. This one's a little late because, again, I was waiting to get the patch and get a good time to record an episode. But normally at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Comments are always welcome. Again, just said that. Let me know what you think. I'll see you next time.